Okay, so this hunt that you're about to see was nothing special. I mean, it turned out awesome, but the way it played out just wasn't what we're used to. We had called one spot first thing, probably around 5 o'clock. It started about 6:30. Called that spot for 25 minutes, and I told Matt Schalk, Matt, let's go. I don't have no confidence in this spot. We need to move over to the next spot right around the corner. Usually I got at least tracks on this spot. So we packed it up, went over to the next location, and it was a long walk. It's every bit of probably 3/4 of a mile off the road. Deep snow, no snowshoes. I mean, I've got them, but I didn't bring them. Walking out, we saw a beautiful bald eagle circling across on top, just above the riverbed. It went over top and flew off to our east. And you know, hunts like this, they don't play out this way very often, but just watch and see what happens. I had just set out the caller. Matt was getting himself set up on our downwind side so he could watch our back door and watch the other side of the river. It was just perfect. I don't know what else to say. Just watch. About this time, I happened to look over at my video camera and see that the battery light was blinking red. It was almost dead. Cold weather kills these batteries. I'm going to have to figure that one out. I usually wouldn't take a shot right off the bat like this and at such a far distance. He was over 200 yards out, but he also wasn't acting like he was very interested in the calling. There was a female in there somewhere with him. We found this out later. So at this point, like I said, battery light on the video camera was blinking. It was time to make a shot, and hopefully everything would work out.
I don't think he was coming.
Okay, now, I didn't know if my shot had connected. He was a long ways out. I knew he had spun at the shot, but I thought that it was because he couldn't gain traction on the ice. Matt was sitting probably 50 yards behind me or so, and he said, man, he looked like he just head rolled right into those weeds. Well, me looking at those weeds being 3 to 4 foot tall, kind of figured, yeah, he had to go head first into the weeds. They're taller than him. Well, at this point, the video camera was already dead. I couldn't videotape anything. Did manage to take some pictures with the phones. But about 75 yards away from where he was standing, I had noticed, hey, that looks like blood on the ice. Matt said, yeah, it sure is blood. So we knew that my shot had connected. Now Matt's, we found out later, he had not connected it. I mean, that coyote was running as fast as he could. They're hard to shoot when they're going 40 miles an hour across the ice, but it ended up, I had to track him into the weeds, which was a feat all in itself. Those weeds were every bit of chest high. The coyotes had trails and tunnels dug through all these weeds, and following a wounded coyote through that stuff that you can't see in, that was a little bit scary to me. I have 2 different times been pretty scared of a coyote. First one I had shot and not made sure it was dead. threw him over my shoulder, and he started growling at me. I killed him after that. Second one I had to track, followed him to a brush pile, and the only way out was the same way that he went in, which happened to be where I was standing, and he ran out and hit me right in the leg. So I have had a couple scares by coyotes. This situation, tracking him through these weeds, was another one of those times. But he ended up going through a tunnel. I mean, there was plenty of blood to track, plenty of snow to track in. He had gone in a tunnel underneath the weeds, popped up on the outside of it, and it looked like he died standing up. I mean, his feet were all straight down in the snow. His face was laying on the snow, so it was one of those times where I did a circle around him and made sure that he was dead. Turns out my shot connected pretty low. I aimed just right at the top of his back, and I dropped, I'd say, 6 inches, so it was a good poke out there. But I was very happy with the shot myself, longest shot I've ever made. You know, Matt Shulk, thank you for coming over here. It was a 3-hour drive for you. I really appreciate you being my good luck charm for the night. Hopefully we could do it again, but that's that. That was my hunt. Not much of a story, but thank you for watching. Stay tuned because there will be more.